Yeah, profit martial occurrence. So this video is going to be about um, witchcraft cannot stop World War III. Witchcraft cannot stop World War III. See, that's a dimension that they can't tap into, nor can they stop it. They could do all the witchcraft in the world, buddy, and it's not going to stop World War III. Ultimately, they're going to get swallowed up in World War III. Witchcraft ain't going to be able to do nothing when these wars pop off. When these wars pop off, witchcraft ain't going to be able to do nothing. You're going to be subject to possible food shortages, possible electricity shortages, water shortages, political shortages, family shortages, housing shortages. You're going to go through all of that just like everybody else. See, a witch is not able to affect the world. That's why it's suicide for them to play with us, because we can affect the world. Are you realizing that? Our spirituality can affect and change the world, literally. Not hypothetically. Not hypothetically. We don't change the world hypothetically like you. You change the world hypothetically, don't you? Witchcraft cannot change World War III. Witchcraft can't do nothing about World War III, buddy. Which means you're going to get swallowed up. You ain't going to be able to do nothing about it. Your witchcraft ain't going to be able to do nothing about it. See, there's limitations when it comes to witchcraft concerning changing the environment and the future. There's nothing you can do about it. All you can do is play around certain individuals. That's all you can do. But you can't change the atmosphere. You can't change what's happening in the atmosphere. And so when you used all these people, you didn't realize we had the trump card to just change the community. You didn't realize, just being stupid, that God's kingdom can just, well, shut it down. God's kingdom can just shut it all down. And it's over. So that's the difference between witchcraft and God's kingdom. Ultimately, we could just shut it all down. And now you realize that, don't you? You see the difference between our level of spirituality and yours? We can just shut this down. And you're going to be doing witchcraft in the dark. You're going to be doing witchcraft without food. You're going to be doing witchcraft without water. You're going to be doing witchcraft as a bum on the streets. We affected the community. That's the checkmate. Witchcraft can't do nothing with all these wars going on. Even the weather. That's God. That's God doing all of this to your community. The blizzard that's coming today, that's all spiritual weather. See, there's a difference between regular weather and spiritual weather. You wouldn't know because you can't change the weather. You couldn't do that. God's people, we can change the weather. That weather out there is not normal. You thought it was normal. It's not normal. In fact, that blizzard is something that hasn't occurred in the past 10 years. The last blizzard was 10 years ago. That's not normal. Well, if it was normal, it would have just happened within 2 to 3 years. It hasn't happened in 10 years. I don't think people understand. See, I told you, man. This is the difference between witchcraft and God's kingdom. I told you, man. See, I know what type of people you are. You know what type of people you are? You want to see if your witchcraft works, don't you? You want to see if it works. You want to see what you do, if it works or not, right? Right. But this is not the place to see if your witchcraft works. Okay? People like you are infatuated with spirituality when we're not. We're not infatuated with spirituality. We don't care about it like that. We serve God. We're not infatuated with spirituality. You're the type of people that will try to prove a point that you're more spiritual than God's people. You see how retarded that is? How are you more spiritual than God's people? You're not God's people. There are some people that are children of darkness, children of Satan. They belong to the kingdom of Satan. You don't belong to God's kingdom. You're not part of us. How could you ever think you more spiritual than us? That's what I'm tripping off of. How can they ever think they was more spiritual than us? They're not. And that's the point they're trying to prove, and you're not going to prove it. Because ultimately, witchcraft can do nothing about World War III. That's what's on the horizon. Where do you think we're going? Oh, it's going to get better. It's going to get better. It's going to get better. It's not going to get better. It's not going to get better. No matter what Trump is like a man comforting a wife. It's going to get better, baby. Just look, baby, it's going to get better. We going to make it. We going to make it, baby. No, you're not, baby. No, you're not, baby. No, you're not, baby. If you listen to Trump, you're going to go down in the depths of hell with Trump. You're going to go right in the depths of hell with Trump. He's the type of personality that's going to try to comfort you. He's going to try to comfort you. He ain't gonna just say, "Oh, I give up." He ain't gonna say that. He ain't gonna never say that. I don't know how he gonna look in the future. I mean, well, let's just look at how he looked during COVID-19. You see how he was looking? All that stuff was happening and he just was in denial. I remember at one time he said it wasn't even real. He said COVID. I remember when people said COVID wasn't even real. I think Trump was one of them that said COVID-19 wasn't even real in the beginning. See, this is what type of people we dealing with. Don't forget, God gave y'all COVID. Oh, you didn't know that? Oh, COVID was a plague from God. Oh, now you're catching up. You just now realize this? Oh, you thought I was just going through all of this and nothing happened? But now all of a sudden something happened? No, stuff was happening all the time. That's 7 out. Stuff was happening all the time. COVID-19 is from God. That's a plague from all the gang stalking and putting an STD in the body of a prophet. You got COVID-19 as a result. That's 7 hours. You got what you deserve. We gave y'all COVID-19. I don't lie. I don't make up lies. I wouldn't say it and really not know. I wouldn't say it and I'm kind of not sure if God did it or not. God gave y'all COVID-19. That was a plague. 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 It was a plague. Now you see where you at? See this? And I knew this the whole time. I knew God was doing this to you the whole time. I didn't just form this opinion in the past 4 months. I knew COVID was against you the whole time. You see where you at? So what's your hopes of getting out of this alive? Slam to none. We've been on top since COVID-19. We've been raging like a bull since COVID. For the past 6 years, we've been raging like bulls. Just in case that little corny stuff that you think you're doing next door is doing anything to me. Witchcraft cannot stop World War III. You know what's going to happen to all these witchcraft people? They're going to be just like everybody else. That was a trick question. That was a trick question. What's going to happen to all the witchcraft people in World War III? They're going to be like everybody else. Oh, it's not a game. Well, what are they going to do? Magic their way out of that? Magic their way out of it? Listen, buddy. You got a funny imagination. You got a heck of imagination. You got a heck of an imagination, buddy. Imagination ain't gonna get you out of this. Not this time, little Walt Disney. Little Walt Disney. You ain't getting out of this. World War III is on the horizon. That's why God's just letting us go through it, because he already know what he's going to do. That's why if you're a Christian, you got to go ahead and suffer through this, because this is the end. You get it? I know there's been persecutions before, but this is the end. That's why we got to go ahead and go through it. You see it, right? See, this is a classic case of witchcraft going wrong. Don't y'all think so? This is witchcraft going wrong, ain't it? Mm-hmm. See, witchcraft people think they bad. No, let's say that again. Let me say that again. Witchcraft people think they bad, don't they? I guess that's what come with it. That's what come with it. Ain't? Yeah, they think they bad, don't they? But for me, they definitely ain't the worst I've seen. See, when you've been around real killers, people that really kill people for real, not I will kill. No, they have done it. They did kill people. When you're around people that have killed people, not will kill people, have killed people, and they got the energy of killers that have killed people. Let me tell you something, buddy. You bad in your own little world, and that's about it. You bad in your own little world. For me, I've been around real killers. I can't stress that enough. I can't stress that enough, bro. Not enough. Not enough in the world. Not enough in the world like America where everybody think they killers and you know, they think they bad. Or they think they bad. Which one? So, to separate myself from a whole culture of people that think they bad, to a certain degree, I mean, think about it. Most of these people think they bad to a certain degree. Even the children. Even the children think they tough. Even the children think they tough, don't they? To a certain degree, right? Until tough comes into the room. Until tough comes into the room, buddy. You and your children think y'all bad until tough comes into the room. Witchcraft. Witchcraft cannot stop World War III. What you need to realize basically is this. I don't know how you thought the world was going to end from all the movies that's been crammed in your head. For all the movies they cramming in your head, I don't know how you thought the world was going to end. But it's only ending one way. Guess what way that is? Guess what way the world is ending? War. It's ending in war. War is going to end the world. So now you will see why we would think that it's almost over, right? You see all the wars that's going on? And wars is going to end the world. So put two and two together. War is going to end the world, right? War is going to end the world. And you see all these wars that's going on, right? You see all the wars going on everywhere, right? In the Caribbean, they blowing up boats. They got President Maduro up here in Brooklyn right now. People take that for, like, that's a manifestation that people don't even want to acknowledge. They don't even want to think about it too hard. That actually President Maduro over Venezuela is here right now in Brooklyn. He's here in Brooklyn. Not just New York City or New York State. No, he's here in this borough right here where the prophet is at. You think it's Trump? Nope. The Bible says that God can turn the heart of the king in any direction he wants to turn it. God can use Trump like a puppet without him even being aware of it. That's the power of God. Oh, you didn't look at it that way, did you? Oh, you thought it was Trump doing it, but not God. You're not coming back from this. This is the beginning. You got a world leader. Maduro is a world leader. This is not a city councilman. He's not a city councilman down in City Hall. He's not a councilman down in City Hall, bro. This is a world leader right here in Brooklyn. We still got that going on. He's still here, right? You got war in Iran. I'm showing you all the wars. You got the war surrounding Iran. That's how you pronounce it. Not Iran, like a redneck. Iran. That's how you pronounce it. Not Iran. You got boats surrounding Iran. You got Russia and Ukraine fighting for 4 years, a 4-year war it's nowhere near stopping. Okay? And that's really all you need is Europe and the Middle East and America to start World War III. And how Latin America is involved is Maduro is up here in America. And you got the boats being blown up in the Caribbean. So that covers the Caribbean and the South America. What's going on with Maduro and the constant threats against Colombia and in Latin America and in general, that covers that. What else you need to see? Wars in Africa are consistent. Witchcraft will not stop all of these wars that's going on. So here's the punchline. All these wars are going to ultimately overtake America. And so all the witchcraft that you're doing is going to be swallowed up in warfare that's going to come to a theater near you. The war is coming to a theater near you, buddy. The war is coming. World War III is coming to a theater near you, buddy. It's coming through a theater near you. It's coming through a theater near you. It's coming to a theater near you, buddy. World War III. It's coming to a theater near you. Right down the street and go right down there. World War III is going to stop all the mumbo jumbo, spiritual mumbo jumbo that y'all got going on. I just want you to know, for the whole witchcraft community, all of this is going to be stopped by World War III, buddy. All that little fun, wet and wild fun you having out there with your little, acting like a buck teeth little girl. Listen, all that wet and wild fun is going to be swallowed up in World War III. In real war, in real chaos. And what you going to be? Another face in the crowd. That's all you're going to be. You and your little witchcraft running around, just another face in the crowd. And guess what? Your witchcraft ain't going to be able to manipulate when it ain't no food and it ain't no running water. No, we got to wake them up like they you know how bums like to sleep at the last minute in the hotel, in the motel. They ain't ready for checkout. You ain't ready for checkout, are you? You ain't ready for checkout, are you? So you gotta wake a funky bum up and tell him, listen, check out. Check out, buddy. All right, give me about 10 more minutes. I'm waiting for a ride. They're gonna tell you to wait for a ride outside, buddy. You're gonna have to wait for a ride outside. Well, you can wait for the ride out there in the front. Yeah, you know, he's coming in like 15, 20 minutes. He's coming like an hour and a half. It's coming like 2 or 3 hours. It's inevitable. You might as well get up. It's over. It's checkout time. All you're doing is it's almost like when you try to lay in the bed and you know it's checkout time, it's almost like a prolonged suffering because you're not really enjoying it. You notice that? You're not really enjoying it because as soon as you put the phone down, the egg timer starts again, and all you're doing is just kind of waiting, actually. You're not enjoying that little bit of window of time. You never enjoy it. You notice that? You're just waiting. You're just waiting. You're just waiting on time to go away. On the time you have left, you're just waiting for it to go. It's checkout time. Witchcraft ain't gonna listen. Witchcraft can't do nothing about this. See, you played yourself. You think I don't know who's behind it. A whole bunch of witchcraft community. All in this neighborhood. This is a whole witchcraft community. I guarantee you that. I guarantee you this is a whole witchcraft community. And guess what? I'm pretty smart, aren't I? The whole neighborhood is a witchcraft community. You thought you were being cute, didn't you? It all backfired. So all your little rituals and your little witchcraft altars, all of this is backfiring to destroying the United States of America. That's how we're utilizing this whole community, this whole neighborhood. Just in case you thought you was being cute by putting me in this neighborhood surrounded with witchcraft, we're using it to destroy America. Guess what? Guess what, buddy? Witchcraft cannot stop World War III. It's no rituals that can stop evil. You can't stop evil if you're evil. If you're evil yourself, how can you stop evil? Only we can stop evil. You can't stop evil. No, you can't stop evil. If you do evil, you can't stop evil. Okay? You can't stop evil. How you gonna stop evil in your evil? How you gonna stop cruelty when you wish cruelty on others? That's how we know you're an American witch. Because an American witch would think in these days we can do evil and cruelty and we're gonna still have a nice happy family. We still gonna have a nice happy family. Mommy, we're gonna have a nice happy family. Mommy. We're gonna have a nice happy family. Mommy. Good luck on that happy family. Because wars are brewing, buddy. Wars are a brewing. And if you think with all that America has done, and with Trump pronouncing a 15% tariff on every nation in the whole world, if you think people are going to be with America, that time is over. They hate this country now. Trump has brought more hate on America than any other president in all of presidential history of the United States of America. There is no other president that has brought more hate on America than Trump. He has brought more hate on America than any other country. Than any other president. Ain't nobody brought more hate on this country than Trump. Oh, it has to stop. Oh, listen, this ain't the end. The 15% tariff on just the whole earth, the whole global community. He put it on the whole global community. That means even countries that didn't have anything to do with none of this stuff or any controversy or that rubbed Trump the wrong way, he just put tariffs on the whole world. He said global. Now, I don't know if within that they can be selective and put the global tax out there and just any, mini, miny, mo through all the different nations. But I don't think it don't seem like that's the case. What it seems like is he's going to tax just the whole world just to cover all the people that he once tried to cover. 15% tariffs on everybody. This is why people hate him right now. And if you think Iran and its affiliates is not going to respond to this, and you just looking at them boats surrounding Iran like that's the all-in-all win of the whole situation, you are sadly mistaken. Those boats can't do it all, buddy. Them boats surrounding Iran can't do it all. I'm sorry to tell you. Them boats can't do it all, buddy. It can do it all. The boats can do it all. The boats can do it all. See, what they're not telling you is the boats are limited to the water. Well, they can't come on land. They ain't got no ground troops. They're not going to probably send ground troops. Oh, no. Iran has soldiers. You know that, right? Well, yeah. Iran has soldiers, buddy. Iran is not lacking in soldiers. They're not just going to let you come there and just say, we surrender. Oh, that's what you was thinking. You was thinking they was just going to surrender. Well, it doesn't look like they're surrendering, buddy. America has no ground troops in place. All they're trying to do is fly by and blow up everything, right? Good luck with that. All those boats can't get the whole job done with Iran. So that may be confidence for white America and black America and even Hispanic and Latino America. But it's not going to work, buddy. It's not going to stop terrorism, is it? Well, they said themselves that that's the number one country that harbors the terrorists, right? Okay. So then common sense tell you terrorists are going to respond to attacking Iran. Yeah. Witchcraft cannot stop World War III. Witchcraft cannot stop Trump. It can't even stop Trump. Witchcraft cannot stop ICE agents from raiding Hispanic and Latinos. Witchcraft cannot stop bugged out American police. You got to go through a list because they'll walk around here like Captain Planet. Fire, water, air, earth. It's just a cartoon, buddy. There's really no Captain Planet. Okay, Captain Planet. Witchcraft has no effect on the planet. Captain Planet. Captain Planet. Captain Planet. Listen, buddy. We can affect everything. You realize that? Are you starting to realize it? That blizzard's coming now. It's on the way. That blizzard is on the way, buddy. That blizzard is on the way, buddy. Might knock the power out. It might knock the power out, buddy. It's gonna be a heavy, that's gonna be heavy snow. Just when you thought you got rid of the snow, you thought you got rid of it, didn't you? You thought you got rid of it, didn't you? You thought you got rid of it, didn't you? You thought you got rid of it, didn't you? That blizzard is a spiritual occurrence. It's not a normal storm. Yeah. See, you let white people run wild and let black people run wild. They was already running wild. They made white people run wild, didn't they? Black people was already running wild from all the killing, shooting, killing kids and everything. They just made the white people run wild. Black people running wild, white people running wild. Love to run wild, don't you? You know what's going to sit you down? World War III. That's going to sit everybody down. 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 All this foolishness going on, guess what's going to do? Guess what's going to get rid of it? Guess what's going to get rid of it? World War III and the wars in this community. All various manners of wars. Okay? That's what's going to sit all of y'all down. Ain't nothing you can do about it. All it would take is another plague like COVID and you out of here, buddy. With no vaccination this time. And you're out of here. Let's remember, without a vaccination, this country would have been gone. You would have been dead. Without a vaccination, listen, buddy, the only thing that saved America was a vaccination. You would have, if there was no vaccination all this time during COVID, and there was no vaccination the whole time, y'all would have been dead. Only thing that saved you that saved America from dying. You see what I'm saying? That's how vulnerable you are. The only thing that saved you from millions of people being dead today was a vaccination. If it wasn't for that vaccination, you would be dead today. If you had COVID for 6 years, I was killing people, and they ain't had no vaccination, you would have been dead, buddy. You would have been dead by now. Let us not forget New York. You was a epic center, they called you. You was an epic center. Epic center, they called you. New York City, you was an epic center for COVID. And here you are with your bird chest out, like you don't remember, like you done got amnesia. You got your chicken breast chest out, about to get it shredded and put it on a salad. Got your chicken breast chest out, about to get it shredded and put on a salad, buddy. Little bird chest sticking out. Put the bird chest back in the cage. That's how they used to say it back in the day. Put that bird chest back in the cage. You got a bird chest, don't you? America got a bird chest, don't you? When COVID came, you had a bird chest. When COVID came, you had a bird chest, buddy. Hey, when COVID came, you had a bird chest, buddy. Hey, when COVID came, New York had a bird chest, didn't you? You got a bird chest when COVID came, didn't you? All it takes is another COVID and you out of here, buddy. All it takes is another COVID with no vaccination. You see how vulnerable you are? See, once it happened one time, ain't you smart enough to see how vulnerable you are and still are? You don't feel vulnerable after stuff like that happened. You should. You should feel very vulnerable to the end of the world. When you seen that nothing they could do worked for X amount of time until the point where 1 million people died and are still dying from COVID in your country. Oh, every day, by the way, people die from COVID still. Oh, it's never a day where it's 0 kills for COVID. Oh, you didn't know that? Oh, it never totally stopped killing people. Oh, there's people still dying tonight. Oh, you didn't know that? Oh, you didn't know that? Well, what you thought? It went all the way? Aren't you a little green, little goofy little squirrel? You a little naive little, that's the word I'm looking for. You a little naive little squirrel, ain't you? You a little naive little squirrel, ain't you? Well, COVID never went away totally. Well, some people are still dying. And guess what? It's older people, mothers and fathers and grandmothers and grandfathers. Huh? That's who died from COVID. Which, like I've always explained, it's harder to lose a grandfather than a child. Well, you've had the grandfather longer. You created more memories. The child, you never really got to know the child, did you? I mean, you can have a little soft spot in your heart forever because of it. But to lose a grandmother, and you're already trying to hold on. You're already trying to hold on for them. You're already trying to keep them to hold on. You're already trying to make their life, keep them around as long as you possibly can. And for COVID to still be snatching old people, oh, it's hurting America. It's still hurting America. See, those people that's dying from COVID right now, they not meeting the news like the dark times of COVID-19 when the whole country was shut down. Your children wasn't even going to school. What, for you witchcraft people, you couldn't do nothing about COVID, could you? You had to go get vaccinated like everybody else. That's 7 out. You had to go get vaccinated like everybody else. You couldn't do nothing about COVID, could you? You're just one step away from not being able to control any narratives whatsoever. I just want you to know that within all your little world of witchcraft, you're still vulnerable like everybody else. You realize that? I mean, whether you are successful at it or not, it's not going to change your outcome. Doesn't matter. This is why we don't pay much attention to it. Not somebody like me. Because ultimately, you can't affect the outcome of the United States of America. Not for the better. You can't stop World War III. You can't stop any type of wars. You can't stop Trump. See, this is what happens when you see there's a spiritual food chain, and I'm pretty sure that you thought in your warped mind, definitely it's warped. It's definitely warped. In your warped mind, you thought you was at the top of the spiritual food chain, didn't you? You thought you was the best. You thought you was at the top of the spiritual food chain. How you feel about that now? You feel like you're at the top of the spiritual food chain? Well, let me broaden your horizon. Let me broaden your horizon to something that you may have not considered. How are you the top of the spiritual food chain when you can't change nothing out here in the community? And we can. Oh, yeah. What do you thought all of this was about? Oh, this just happened to change drastically since I've been here in this building. Well, let's go back to October 2025, right? October 2025. I came here, on a Friday? October 11th, 2025. Look how much has happened since then. That's how many months? November, December, January, February. That's 4 months. Look how much has happened since October, 4 months ago. See, what I realize, you're not that bright. You think you're bright, but you're not. If you were bright, then you would be able to measure the changes in such a short amount of time. Since I came here, look at everything that has happened in the United States of America. Since I came to this building, since I came to Brooklyn. No, because if you don't do this, they'll think nothing is happening. They'll go tell other people nothing is happening. Oh, well, for as far as you go, as far as we go, everything's happening. You had a storm down in Jamaica, because I'm sure you used the Jamaicans against me. That was for that reason. Well, it's nothing personal. I mean, it's just spiritual reciprocity. They caused it on their own people. They decided to work with the Freemasons or some other secret society and try to put obeah on me. Oh, you didn't think I knew about obeah? That's Jamaican witchcraft. It's called obeah. They tried to put obeah on me. I guess they was the more authentic Africans, and they thought they was gonna just. That ain't their mentality. Not just the Jamaicans. These African Americans. They think they the more authentic African. The more authentic African. The more authentic African. You thought you was the more authentic African, didn't you? So you would get all these people that you think is more authentic African. You know what happened? You cursed Jamaica. That's what you did. Listen, I told you, man, listen. This is God's kingdom, bro. We will not be mocked. We will not be played with. I don't think you get it through your head, bro. Your dread's too tight. Hey, they retwisted your dreads too tight, buddy. They retwisted them a little too tight, didn't they? Well, you thought you could play with us. Your dress must be, when you got your new growth twisted, it must have been twisted too tight, bro. They got your dress twisted too tight, little bro. Well, my scalp is kind of bleeding a little bit. When I touch the scalp, I got blood on my fingers. Now, you know that's too tight. Listen, you know that's too tight, bro. Let me tell you something, man. Let me tell you something. When you use the Jamaicans against me, guess what you did? You cursed Jamaica. Guess what vacation you won? Jamaica. Well, that happened once I got here in Jamaica, in Brooklyn, didn't it? For the Jamaicans that you used in Queens when I was in Jamaica, that's how corny you are. I know you use Jamaicans. You know how I know? Because you used one to talk to me when I was out there on my routes. See, I kept a simple route so I know how you move, so I give you a chance to reveal yourself. I kept my route simple. You can use this in your own warfare strategy. No, don't switch up. Don't do different routes every time you go out. Use the same route so your enemy can reveal themselves, because that's how stupid they are. And you're going to see everything. You're going to see all your enemies, which ones they are, and everything. That's how stupid they are. I would never reveal my community on your routes and errands so you can see so you can calculate and see who everything and everybody is. They was too stupid to resist. They couldn't resist, could they? So I seen some Jamaicans on my path, on my routine. And that's why you got cursed. That's why Jamaica got cursed. It's no games being played. And that's for you to learn also, that even the Jamaicans will not play with God's kingdom, buddy. No man, nobody. Not them, not you, not them, not you. Put a little combination. Not them, not you, not them, not you. See, I don't think you realize what this is. This is not America. This is God's kingdom. We can go anywhere in the planet. We're not American. I'm not American. I am a part of God's kingdom. You understand? I'm not American. My nationality is the kingdom of God. We should have had our nation represented in the UN. After all, we get persecuted all over the world. I'm not a part of America, buddy. So when you might say, well, this is America. Now, can you imagine how I would feel when I say, this is the kingdom of God? We're not going to let America play with this kingdom. You ain't going to never be that bad, buddy. You think, but here we are. You think you bad enough to play with God's kingdom. Witchcraft cannot stop World War III. You know what I'm waiting for? You to be defeated with chaos all out in the streets of America. With witchcraft people, all these witchcraft community people, for you to go to the grocery stores and there's no more food. I'm waiting for you to not have clean water in every city. I'm waiting for you to have electrical shortages and power outages in your community. I'm waiting for witchcraft people to see complete chaos in America. Complete pandemonium, even. Pandemonium in America. To see you in a state of hysteria. That's what I'm waiting for. Because you're going to wake up one day, mark my words, I'm going to be here. And you're going to wake up one day as the witchcraft community. That's what we'll just call them now. That's how you expose them now. They're a whole witchcraft community. They're everywhere. And they're connected in objective. See, we ain't worried about the religious people no more. We engaged in war. Listen, you can think I'm crazy. You can think I'm a lunatic. You can think I'm not saved. And guess what? It might be you that might not go to heaven. Well, yeah, you're still part of the Americans. You're still part of the Americans, little buddy. We don't pay you no attention. I don't even take you seriously. If you're part of the Americans in 2026 as a Christian, I don't even take you seriously. I don't care how nice you are. As a Christian, I do not take you seriously. And I really, that's just off the cuff. I can't say who's. It don't matter if you're close to God. I'm not intimidated by that. A prophet is not going to be intimidated by you having a nice, sweet heart and you're connected to God. I'm not intimidated because I still will have a job to do. I will still have to tell you what the Lord is saying. Makes sense? So how could I be intimidated by anybody? And I got to speak on the behalf of God's words. So I don't care what your status is. If you are connected to America, I don't take you seriously. That's where I'm at. Now, for religious people, they're not in this war. They're not in this real spiritual war. We are. That's what you see what I'm saying? They're not in this spiritual war. I don't take them seriously. No, bro. You're a religious person, man. You're going to get washed up. I feel sorry for people like you. You go back and forth to these churches and you don't really have no real relationship with God. Many of you don't. You just go back and forth to church and you don't got no relationship with God. Let me tell you something, man. Let me tell you something. I do not take you seriously. Okay? So I ain't worried about what you talking about or thinking. Witchcraft cannot stop World War III. So guess what's going to happen? One day you're going to be just doing what a dumb person like you do. And you're going to turn around and all of this stuff is going to be changed. And you ain't going to be able to do nothing. You're going to, what, you're going to put on a crystal? Well, I'll just do some stuff. Hey, you're going to find some witches trying to do little stuff, ain't you? You're going to be trying to do little stuff, do little rituals on the altar, ain't you? That's not going to work, little buddy. It's not going to work. Your rituals on the altar is not going to stop World War III. Don't you see how limited your spirituality is? It's not really that high. It's something a little buck teeth girl can do. It's not that hot, bruh. We change weather and communities. You play around people's head at best, and that's all you do. I've watched you. That's all you do. You know what we do? We change communities. Your witchcraft is not going to stop World War III. Is it dawning on you yet? Well, all this stuff is going to be happening, and you're just going to have to sit here and watch it happen. And you're going to have fear. You're going to go through the same emotions that all these other Americans go through. You ain't going to have no comfort in witchcraft. You ain't going to have no hope in witchcraft. You're going to be subject to fate, to fear, and your heart failing you. Even some people dying from heart attacks, just like everybody else. Some people going to die from heart attacks when they see all this stuff happening. Some people going to have panic attacks and anxiety attacks. Mm-hmm. Some of these witchcraft people gonna fall into depression. There's no way around it. Your witchcraft is not gonna protect you from World War III, buddy. See, ultimately, the Bible tells us, in essence, wars will overtake the world. Spirituality is not going to be able to stop it. The baddest witch in the world is not going to stop no World War III. See, witchcraft cannot maneuver into the social masses and affect the social masses and the infrastructure of the social masses, or the logistics of the infrastructures of different communities. It cannot have no effect on it. You think it does, it does not. It does not. So the highest ranking witch can do nothing about World War III. The highest ranking warlock can do nothing about World War III, buddy. That's reality. See, you thought, baby, that a prophet wasn't in reality. You thought I was a space cadet on cloud 9 like you. No. God made us healthy to be connected to the community in a healthy way, not flying above everybody and weirded out. No, we fit right into the logistics of everything as God's people. We the ones that make it go. We supposed to. So we have a good grip on reality. We always do. As opposed to you over there floating on cloud 9, not in touch with what's really going on, not knowing what's going on. God's people are always going to be down to earth. Although we are the highest ranking spiritual people. You see how it works? Because we got jobs to do in the world. So how are we going to be flying around? We got to get information. We got to educate ourselves. How are we going to talk to people when we ain't educated? See, most of these witchcraft people are dumb, uneducated people. Pay attention to them. They ain't got no, all they going to tell you about is witchcraft. That's all they going to tell you about. They ain't going to tell you about politics. They ain't going to tell you about what's going on in the world. They can't talk about none of that stuff intelligently. They can't even talk about family and family structures and issues in the world. They can't talk about it intelligently. It's always got some weird shimmer on it, don't it? It's always some strange shimmer on everything they say, isn't it? But me, I can have a real conversation that you and I can understand. I can go to the streets as a prophet. I can talk about street politics. They can't do that. They can't. Listen, man, it's going to have a strange shimmer on everything they talk about. Me, I can talk to you just like somebody in the streets that understand street politics, right? They can't do that. What? Imagine them talking about street politics. It's gonna sound bipolar, bugged out. You know what I mean? Imagine them talking about relationships. I can talk about relationships. Imagine them talking about relationships. Bipolar, bugged out. Imagine them talking about money. Bloodthirsty, bugged out. That's what I'm saying. We are not comparable. They can't. We got a grip on reality, and they don't. To the point where we realize something they don't realize. Witchcraft will not be effective moving forward against all these disasters and destruction. Ain't nothing they can do. So guess what, buddy? You die in the destruction. You don't make it. You don't fly like a little space cowboy. I call him a space cowboy, right? You can't fly like a little space cowboy. Or a space cowgirl. You a space cowgirl, ain't you? You a space cowgirl. You a space cowgirl, ain't you? Well, you can't fly above World War III, buddy. You can't astral project above World War III. You can't use no crystals. You can't do, listen, you can't do no animal sacrifices to stop World War III. Yeah. Oh, so what you thought was going to happen? Well, I just thought we would better ourselves in World War III is happening, and all these wars are happening. You didn't think you were subject to it. You didn't think that it would affect your life. You didn't think it would because it didn't before, but now it is. You're kind of slow, ain't you? Basically, man, let me tell you something. You that use witchcraft, you're just another number in the masses of all these sheep. Why you didn't think you was one? When this war pop out, you're going to be a sheep. When this war pop off, you're going to be a sheep. You're going to be right here with everyone else. And you might think, because you might be a Freemason or a secret society person, they going to be right here with what they going to be? Oh, they going to draft y'all into another place. No, they not. So all for y'all that work with Freemasons, where you gonna be at when this happens? Oh, they gonna help you. I guarantee you they not. For those who in secret societies, where y'all gonna go? Oh, a bunker. All of y'all gonna go to a bunker. No, the elite, the rich of the Freemasons might go to a bunker, but not you. Not the ground level Freemasons. Not the ground level secret society. You know where you're gonna be at? You're gonna be at the shelter, getting bread, getting crusty bread. Bread and butter. That's about it. That's all you might have. Cheese bread. That's all you might have. You ain't gonna be in no bunker, buddy. That's the saddest part of your little secret societies. The elite part is gonna be protected, and you're gonna be out here on the streets like a bum. Oh, you didn't see that coming? What you thought? They gonna use you up until World War III and dispose of you. You're going to be disposable during World War III. They're not going to help you as a poor Freemason. If you're a poor Freemason or a poor secret society member, where are you going to go? Wake up call, ain't it? Well, they're going to pull you or string you along now. I'm telling you as a prophet what's going to probably happen to you. They're not going to draft you in nowhere. All these bum Freemasons and bum Illuminati. I know you're on ground level, but you act like you're the rich part of the Freemasons. Well, I'm the rich part of the Freemasons. No, you're not. You're a bum. You're a bum Freemason. You're a bum secret society. Yes, you are. And guess what, buddy? You're going to be disposed of like a bum will be disposed of when these wars pop off. You ain't going to be in no bunker. I don't care if you got 33 degrees of Freemasonry. You're going to be a bum on the streets like everybody else. Witchcraft is not going to stop World War III. See where we're going? See what the plan is? The plan is to just shut down these environments that you roaches are in. That's our plan, is just to shut down these environments. It's no need for this to go on anymore. Although I don't think like the elite of your community, I do share a common perspective that you all are useless feeders. It's because of you using your free will to do what you want to do. And I've learned that it's not just the government that is evil, it's the community. The community is killing the children. The community is killing black people. So the surprise in the last days, in the last final hours, was it wasn't just the government. It was you too. It was the community too. You became just as much of a necessary, for your destruction to be necessary, just as much as the government's destruction, if not more. Because the last time I checked, the government isn't killing the children. You can talk about slow kills and all of that, but manually it's worse. It's more of a primary problem that has to be prioritized above even people you're talking about killing with slow kills or food or whatever you want to talk about. You that kill people instantaneously, kill children instantaneously, you have to be put at the top of the list for the worst, for the people that must be destroyed immediately. So in the last days, unfortunately, African Americans, you failed. You did. You failed in a major way because you killed too many of your own people. You killed too many children, and you kept sweeping that under the rug. And the real definition of that still came out because God is going to go with the real definition of everything that happened as it did. God ain't charging into the game. You know that? Oh no, God ain't charging nothing to the game. So all the killing that you did, how you think God looked at it? I didn't say black people, rappers. I said, how you think God looked at all the killing? You think he charged it to the game? He did not charge it to the game. So then there's a whole real reality that you are not aware of as far as the repercussions for all of it. That repercussion reality, that repercussion atmosphere, you're not even aware of it because you act like God charged it to the game. Boy, that's good right there. That's 7 out. You act like God charged all of this to the game. No, he didn't. He didn't charge it to the game. Witchcraft is not going to have no effect on World War III.